Welcome everyone, TheDailyWoo here. There is a light right there that's making my face look very red.
Yeah, this orange wall's not helping.
And there's an orange wall. This is completely made out of oranges. Welcome everyone, TheDailyWoo here. Natalie has arrived for the day. Well, I went and picked you up. I have rented a car for the next few weeks. I might keep it longer. Said, you want to go to Hollywood Boulevard? Your answer was yes. I have traversed in this area quite a bit. I used to live, well, on Hollywood Boulevard for 2 years, down closer to Tommy Burgers, which is the 101 in Hollywood, over near that area. And I used to walk up and down the Walk of Fame all the time. A lot of times we would like hang out and kind of peruse the boulevard as well. And we're back.
So excited. I hope there's characters and stuff.
There might be. And there were plenty of parking spots here. I've never seen Hollywood Highland parking garage this empty.
Oh, it's so weird.
And as the recording of this, July 1st, 2021, July has officially arrived. We're checking Hollywood. Happy July 1st. Now, usually we have a McDonald's Coca-Cola that we would shoot. You have a Sprite and a Coke. We don't have one.
To be determined, cheers.
We'll have to get something to drink on the boulevard. Thank you for joining. Now we're going up away from the orange wall. Now we're onto P2, which is a blue wall. Maybe our faces would look a lot different with the blue wall instead of doing something. You would be scared of the blue wall?
Oh no, the movie P2, that like scared me a lot as a big kid.
There's a movie called P2?
Yeah, it's like a parking structure horror movie.
A parking structure horror movie. Now we're not the only ones that parked. We're not the only ones that parked. So I believe it was allowed, but judging by how few or how the construction, maybe that parking lot wasn't open, but they'll probably still charge us nonetheless. There we go. Welcome to Hollywood, right here along this foliage wall. And right over here it says the road to Hollywood. They have the casting couch here. If you look up there, there is that monumental, iconic sign. Up on the second level now, getting a view of the sign up there on the top of the hill. Got the elephants up top, and it looks like that the fountain down here is off at the moment. No fountain. The fountain is turned off. Yeah, it used to be I think it was called Sweets. The sign was right up there, and they had a RuPaul pop-up on the other end. Looks like RuPaul and the candy store has been removed, and this is the stairwell during the Oscars that all the celebrities walk up and down. You can see this in a lot of the Academy Awards celebration where, you know, walking up and down these very stairs. And they have a list of all the award-winning films along here by year. You go 92, 91, 1990, and it stretches all along all the different pillars here, going even to 2020, 2021, 22, and 23. Are still to be determined. Now, during usual times, you would never get a clear staircase on a busy day. You know how many times I've been here in the past trying to wait for people to walk up and down to get this angle with no one on it? Now, this is pretty cool. Over here on level 2, there is a Sprinkles Cupcake dispenser. It's a vending machine for Sprinkles cupcakes. I've tried these at Disney Springs in Florida. They have a vending machine. You can go in, but they also have a vending machine. Look at this. There's the red velvet strawberry cupcake. Even down here we got vanilla, we got the Sprinkles cupcake. Right here you just insert your card. Yeah, no cash, only a card. And you get yourself a Sprinkles cupcake. Now I do recall when this Ben & Jerry's opened, that was kind of quite a hyped up event. We got the sightseeing buses down there. I also see a couple Spider-Men as well. And yeah, I see a couple of characters. Now over here there was a store that had just opened, and I guess, you know, when everything kind of took place back in 2020, it closed its doors, and it is now gone. And the El Capitan appears to be back as well over there, the Disney-owned theater. This would be pretty neat to do. It's a hop on, hop off. So you get on the top and you could sit. It's kind of sunny out, but if you wanted to, you could sit up top. Oh yeah, look at it. Spider-Man over there is making friends with a pirate. Oh, they're doing some kind of, they're shaking hands there. Spider-Man over there, he's glancing over. He's not in the middle of, you know, fighting crime or anything right there. He's fraternizing on the boulevard. The one difference I'm really noticing, yeah, how quiet it is down here.
Yeah.
There's no music.
Normally there's always people like handing out CDs and like a lot of stuff.
That's true. No one's handing out CDs. There's no one. Sometimes the guy will be out here with the buckets, and he'll be like playing the drums on the bucket. Oh,
the guy that shouts the $5 t-shirts though. Hopefully he'll still.
The $5 t-shirts are down there. Next past Chewbacca. I'm gonna walk past Chewbacca. Yeah, at the very end they have a store that has all kind of $5 items.
Yeah, the guy's always yelling something.
Yeah, we should go down there and see. We can just kind of meander around, no real rhyme or reason on what we're doing. We're just kind of, oh, look at Chewbacca trying to draw people in over here. Oh, here comes Mickey and Minnie under the sound of sirens. Mickey and Minnie walking up. Oh, it's Sorcerer Mickey over there. He's got something in his eye. He's blocking his eye. Sorcerer Mickey got a little something in the eye. He was blocking his eye. Now we're walking back by where we just were with over there is the staircase. It was placed here back on December 28th, 1999. The Entertainment Tonight time capsule. Yeah, a couple years ago, Randy's Donuts did a little pop-up right here. And now it's what is this now, a candy store? A cookie dough store. No more Randy's Donuts. There was a big donut here, right off the side of the boulevard. Not anymore. Oh, over there I saw Weird Al Yankovic got his star right over there. Yeah, over there next to the Hollywoodland Experience. Some very famous names here. We got Johnny Grant. We got the Munchkins over here. We got Zsa Zsa Gabor. And my famous celebrity, Mr. Your Name Here. I don't know what films was he in?
Well, actually, you can have your star for fun here. You can have your name.
Oh!
The category. You can compose here, and you can have some nice photos, memories you can take home from Hollywood today.
Now, if I was doing that, what would this cost me?
It would be $5 first name, $10 for first and last name.
Okay, so like $15.
It's going to be $10 first and last name.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll think about it. Thank you. Right over here next to Robert Zemeckis, director of Back to the Future and Castaway and Polar Express and many others. And you can get some fresh fruit up here, which is very refreshing as well. Oh yes, you know, it's interesting seeing this because this is the real life version of the recreated one over at Hollywood Studios, which we were at recently. I was there very recently, but you came to visit me in Florida a couple times over the last half a year or so. And this would be Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, would be inside there. Used to be the Great Movie Ride, but it's based on this very structure right here, the Chinese Theater. Very, very, very impressive with all the handprints in front. There are more handprints in front of this one than there are at the one at Disney World version. A lot more. Just a few more. There we go. It used to be called Grauman's Chinese Theater. That's why it says to Sid. A lot of to Sids through here. Like right over here it says thanks Sid as well. And over here we got Bob Hope. And he inscribed to Sid, honest me, question mark. Oh, here we go. To Sid, happy days. There's Judy Garland. And it's no longer the Grauman's Chinese Theater. It's TCL. I was going to say TLC, but TCL Chinese Theater. You have any handprints in here that are some of your favorites?
Maryland's, of course.
Maryland's is over here?
Yeah.
I see Doris Day is right over here. Do you know where Maryland's is?
It's over here, and then Natalie Woods, I think, is over here too. But Maryland's is... Oh, it's right over here.
Okay. Oh, there she is.
Jane Russell, and those for gentlemen prefer blondes when they did it.
Oh, right there. It actually has got quite a congregation of people around Maryland as well. Where's Natalie Woods?
How about I not... Oh, no, I'd have to look it up.
There's Danny Kaye, Samuel L. Jackson. There's Adam Sandler. This gentleman's putting his footprints in Tom Hanks down there. The same size shoe as Tom Hanks. It is so wild. It's been so long since I've been through here and seen these. Now, as Mickey and Minnie go by over there, they had some stanchions kind of blocking it. Oh, there's Kylo. Kylo Ren's over there as well, trying to get a photo with some tourists. But you could walk by this in the past, you know, in the last year or so. If you did come out here, there was no one out here. But you had all these stanchions. You couldn't go by here. You couldn't walk over and look at all the different handprints that were through here.
I hope they bring back the night show. That was really cool. And they had that projection show.
Oh, that's right. They did have the projection show.
That was really cool. They had like the Star Wars, all the different...
Yeah, that's right. I forgot all about that. Oh, speaking of Maryland, there she is right there. So she's putting her handprints in the concrete.
Yeah.
And that very photo is right here. That was back in 1953. Wow, June 26th of 53.
Just passed. A couple days ago.
Welcome to Hollywood, you have arrived. They call me the ambassador.
The ambassador?
I've been doing this 22 years. I'm known all around the world. They don't know my name. Early night, I work for Bob Hope.
You work for Bob Hope?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. And you're the ambassador.
They call me that. Yeah,
right.
like the Colonel for 12 years like this. I own the rights.
All right.
Google Greg Donovan.
All right, Greg. Nice to see you.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Thank you, Greg.
Arrived.
Oh, thank you so much. Got coffee here, directly across from Chinese Theater. Now I went with a piping hot caffeinated beverage. We could finally do our cheers.
Cheers.
You went with, what'd you get?
Iced tea.
You went with an iced tea. And I'm noticing here we got the Sherman Brothers, who wrote a lot of the Disney jingles and songs. Very, very famous songwriting duo for Disney. Right here.
Richie Sherman at the Magic Castle.
Yeah. Oh, you saw him at the Magic Castle?
Yeah, we walked by each other on the stairway.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I've seen him from a distance at D23 and stuff like that, but I've never actually said hi to him personally or shook his hand. That'd be pretty cool. And I believe somewhere along here is where Weird Al's star is. Weird Al's somewhere in here, and I watched Weird Al get a star from right up there on that balcony above the Hard Rock side. Up right over here, Weird Al Yankovic, right there. So I had a pretty good view. So he was here, and I was right up there on that little balcony, right up top there, next to the Dolby. Had a pretty good view. I got here a few hours early, but oh, you can still see, yeah, I got Mickey and Minnie over there walking around in the distance.
Hey, want to go forward?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. He's right here next to Hee Haw's own Roy Clark. I think Roy Clark was in Hee Haw. I think, and then Alan Arkin. Wasn't Alan Arkin in? I think Alan Arkin was in Edward Scissorhands. I think that was Alan Arkin. Hey, Edward! These pillars here lead, well, to the El Capitan next to it, but this is where Jimmy Kimmel has Jimmy Kimmel Live right inside this door right here. This is where he records his show. There is a familiar face I have not seen in probably over, I don't know, gosh, over a year maybe. Buster up there on the top of Ripley's Believe It or Not. I call him Buster because he's a dinosaur busting out of the top of the roof on Hollywood and Highland. Good to see you, Buster. Been a while. Looks as if the Hollywood Museum, the old Max Factor building that they would do all the hair and makeup in, is now the Hollywood Museum, is all boarded up still. Out front they have these scooters, but yeah, it's all sealed up. Look at the door is all sealed. Oh, it even says Max Factor Makeup Studio. This is recreated in a lot of places. This is recreated at Hollywood Studios, and also there's a building that looks exactly like this at Disney Springs. Just as you're walking out of the area, kind of past Gideon's, and you go past, before you go over the bridge near the balloon, there's a building that looks like this, and a smaller version of this is recreated at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Orlando. But yeah, you can usually, right here, you can see they have like some display stuff behind the glass. It's all boarded up and spray painted gray. You think it's closed? You think it's closed for good?
Not for good.
Not for good?
There hasn't been any announcements anywhere. I feel like that would be something on LA Times.
It'd be oh, Mel's Diner's closed too. Look at this, Mel's is also closed. Wow. We were thinking about getting food somewhere, and one of the options in my brain, I thought, well, we could go to Mel's maybe, because we've eaten here in the past. We ate here once, and when we walked out, I heard some music across the way at Jimmy Kimmel, and Fall Out Boy. It was Fall Out Boy, right?
Yeah, we got to see Fall Out Boy play randomly.
We got to walk, yeah, we got to walk over and see Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
A total random memory.
It was so neat.
Right over there in the
parking lot.
Right over in that parking lot. Memories at Mel's. Right up top there. Memories at Mel's. You got Catwoman crossing the road over there. Catwoman has a whip. Next to this building, across from the Best Souvenir Stand, the corner of McCadden, a couple years ago, I came down here to see Aerosmith get their star, well, just adjacent to the Museum of Illusions. And you can see the difference in the hue of, so you said hue earlier, and now I'm using your word with hue. You had at the beginning of the video, we had the hue of the backdrop in the parking structure. But notice how the Aerosmith star is not completed. It's like a template. See how it looks different than this one does, or all the other ones? And they didn't ever show up. It got rained out. So Steven Tyler and the rest of Aerosmith never arrived, and now it just sits here unfinished. It's like 3/4 of the way finished, and they never got a proper ceremony. And they are located right over next to Tim Conway. Right there. Tim Conway is next to Ice Cube. Tim Conway Man, love Tim Conway. Apple Dumpling Gang, a place I have frequented on many occasions. Larry Edmunds, they have a lot of books and whatnot here, and posters, movie posters, etc. And my favorite thing about this is along the side of the front door, they have the no shirt, no shoes, no dice from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Learn it, know it, live it. I always like to point this building out on the corner of Whitley and Hollywood Boulevard. This is recreated at Disney Hollywood Studios in Orlando also. Right when you're walking past the entrance on the left-hand side, walking down what they consider Hollywood Boulevard, that building right there sits there in Florida as well. Now this really brings back some memories. Joe's Pizza. I used to stop here all the time. I'd walk the boulevard pretty often, walking back and forth from the Chinese Theater to my apartment, which was down there. Just a little, there's one of those tours going by. But I would always, as I was walking back down, I'd always stop at Joe's and get myself a slice of pizza. Oh yeah, bringing back some memories from 2017 to 2019. Before turning around and looping back up the other side of the boulevard, I wanted to show this mural, which has been here for a heck of a long time. Got a lot of very famous faces along here. Someone vandalized this a couple years ago and they ended up repainting it. Thankfully they did, brought it back. There's Shirley Temple there, James Dean, Elizabeth Taylor. Pretty cool. Burt Reynolds up here. Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton up there. Kind of like, she's like behind the shadow of that lamp as well. It's kind of faded out, kind of sun bleached at the moment, but you can still make out quite a few of the celebrities along here. W.C. Fields right here. I believe that's W.C. Fields. Woody Allen right there. See anybody else on there? Oh, there's Rhett Butler. And then Robert Redford from Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Now I don't think this is supposed to be, I don't know who that is right there. From a moment from that angle, it kind of looks like Crocodile Dundee, but it's not Paul Hogan. It's not. I don't think he would make it up on this wall. Clint Eastwood right here. And next to Clint Eastwood, Superman, very faded out, but that's Chris Reeves' Superman. Wait, who is it? Oh, King Kong. Yeah, good call. There's King Kong. There's R2-D2. All right, let's keep moving. Pretty neat. Ready to go from here. Oh, look at this new apartment complex coming up over here. We're gonna turn off Wilcox and then head back down the way we just walked from. Oh, there goes a pigeon. Hollywood pigeon. Looks as if there is a Big Lebowski's brewing company, the Dudes Brewing Company. And got the Kobe mural and painting there. But yeah, take a look. Right here from Big Lebowski, right here. Does he have a bowling ball? Can't tell if he has a bowling ball, but that's the guy from Big Lebowski. Oh, he's got the bowling ball up to his mouth. He's kissing it. Kind of made it full circle back to the hop on, hop off buses below the El Capitan. There was a time when they had those elephants there that were based on a D.W. Griffith film from back in the day that sat on the corner of Sunset in Hollywood, which is that way a few miles, and they recreated it. This is way back in the day. They've recreated it here. But at DCA, they used to have the elephants when you're walking into their little Hollywood land, Hollywood area. But they've removed them. Back when Stan Lee had his handprint ceremony in front of the theater here, I stood right up here on this little balcony and kind of zoomed in as he was over there placing his hands in the concrete in front of the theater. And many years ago, this piano staircase used to be activated by these little mechanisms on the side that would read whenever you took a step. And when you took a step, it would play the note of each piano key all the way up, but it no longer does that. It no longer makes the noise. So before, when you would step right here, it would make a piano noise. And you can see that's how it used to be, but it hasn't worked for a long time. It's no longer working. There's also an escalator over there. Makes it a little easier than walking up. It was pretty neat when it worked, but it's been a while. Taking the escalator up and getting a better view up here of the elephants that are at the tippy top of these little pylons right there. And I love, you can see the mural over there of John Ritter. Right there, John Ritter. And from way up here, you can get a really good view of downtown LA, Los Angeles off in the distance. I'll kind of zoom in a little bit too. up on the third, well, I guess third, maybe fourth floor. So you see the series of escalators going all the way down. And there's Spider-Man and Chewie down there as well. A real beehive of activity, a lot more busy than it has been. You know, 6 months ago there was hardly anybody down here. A year ago there was no one down here. But it is not as busy as it usually is pre-2020. Back in 2019 and earlier, this place would be very, very busy this time of the day. Strolling around. How many Chewies are down there? There's 2 Chewies. There's an imposter. There's an imposter Chewie. The Battle of the Chews. Oh, look, they're acting like they don't know each other. Oh, and here's a gentleman dressed as Batman. Right down there, he's yelling something. So you got Chewie. I think Chewie's checking his cell phone. Maybe just checking his text messages. Where did the other Chewie go? Oh, there's the other Chewie down here. Chewie! I don't think he can hear me. And there's Buster. And just past the Kobe mural, you can see the top of the Chinese theater over there as well. Whatever you do, don't look down. I think you can rent those sports cars down there. Freddy Krueger is having some words there with Chewie. I don't know if he's like friends with them or maybe they're just having a little confrontation, but Freddy Krueger has arrived on the scenes. I can see the knives for fingers. Gonna head in now for a bite to eat to Hard Rock Cafe here on Hollywood Boulevard. And when you walk around in here, there are quite some memorabilia from music related memorabilia, and had a couple, not only some appetizers but also some entrees. Pretty good meal in here. I'm pretty full. I ordered a little too much food between the two of us. We ordered too much food. Just barely finished it all, but I am now stuffed. A lot of food. Hard Rock, Hollywood Boulevard. And now that I'm not hungry anymore, I head down from here, Hard Rock, down toward, oh, there's Kylo again and Chewie. Kylo and Chewie hanging out together. I'm going to head over to where Amoeba used to be. As I sit at this light, this is one of the few intersections that I've ever seen that goes across on both sides, but also through the middle. There's an X through the middle. There's Buster up there watching over everyone walking across. And now about to go through the light. It's about to turn green and gonna drive over to the old Amoeba. There it is, corner of Sunset and Cahuenga. The former location of Amoeba Records. And the Cinerama Dome right next to it too. Even though there has been talk about the Cinerama Dome getting new owners and going away, but I don't know if that actually went through or not. Yeah, I really hope the Cinerama Dome does not go away here on the corner of Ivar. If you look back at an old interview with Drew Barrymore when E.T. was playing here, young Drew Barrymore right there on that very corner, talking about the film she was in that premiered, or at least semi-premiered, here at the Cinerama Dome, right there. And right here on the corner of Argyle, this is where the Nickelodeon on Sunset was. It's like the secondary place that Nickelodeon existed. Right across from the Palladium, corner of Argyle. It was this building right here that has all this is new. I used to go to a taco truck. This is back in 1718. I would go to a taco truck right here. Some of the best tacos that I ever had were right here. Little taco truck next to Gower Gulch. Gower Gulch is right up there. And speaking of Gower Gulch, I went ahead and pulled over real quick just to show this. I used to always walk by here. Pretty neat theming of this little kind of strip mall, if you will, strip shopping center. Dating back to 1885 with the theming of the Old West. A lot of productions took place through here back in the day. A lot of old westerns in Hollywood. A lot of the extras would meet here on this corner, hoping to get a part in a western. Some popular names up here. Got Dale Evans, Hank Thompson, Wild Bill over there, Roy Rogers, Chief Oshaki, the Duke, Pocahontas. Check out this mural here, these horses in a wagon right there with the mountains behind it. There it is. Gower Gulch. Still heading over to the new Amoeba. I believe we're gonna go by the new Amoeba. Before heading over there, however, look in the windows there of Lil's Boarding House. You get a hot bath for 25 cents. There's a couple guests up there in the windows. And for just 5 cents a tin, you can get some medicine that will make you become giddy, blissful, and talkative. It's a very mystifying formula. Wonder what's in it. And a side note, over here is where Argyle the pig, it's a topiary pig, used to sit. Corner of Argyle and Selma. Argyle the pig has ran away a long time ago. I don't know whatever happened to Argyle. I used to stop and talk to Argyle the pig all the time. Those 2 years I lived here. Wonder whatever happened to Argyle. I'm just gonna keep thinking about it till the light changes. And once the light changes, I'm still gonna think about whatever happened to Argyle. The topiary pig. This is a long light. Okay, there it goes. Okay, see you, Argyle. You were right over there where that planter is. See, even this gentleman's wondering, where's Argyle? Amoeba is now located at the El Centro Apartments right here, which used to just be an empty, well, it's been a number of things, but then it was bulldozed and became an empty lot, and then now El Centro is here, and Amoeba is located in the bottom floor, so it has moved over next to the Cinerama Dome and is now right inside here on the corner of Hollywood and Argyle. Even though it looks considerably different in a lot of ways as far as the layout goes, it does have the same vibe as the other store did. You can definitely tell this is an Amoeba. You know, it's not the same one over in the same spot, but just a few blocks away here in Argyle. Also, as I'm looking at these, just on the side of it here, these cactuses. But I also picked up an item here. I don't want to give any spoilers because this is a Blu-ray of a movie I'm going to do a filming location on one day. And you got a few things too.
I did.
You got a few things. I don't want to give any spoilers either, but you got. Can I just kind of?
I got a White Stripes poster.
You got a White Stripes poster.
I know, so on brand.
And some other items.
Everything Jack White and Patti Smith, pretty much. That's all it was.
Take your money, please.
Yes, just them.
And just across the street, the Funko store. Purveyors of pop culture. Look at that, the Funko neon right up there. And right over here also is Chicken Guy himself, Guy Fieri. Guy Fieri? Guy Fieri.
Fieri, Latin insult.
Look over here, they have all for the distancing markers, they have footprints that go along here. There's usually a massive line out here. There's not much of a line.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a release day or something.
Yeah, we should go in. Well, I like these footprints, they just go right up to the wall. Got some bad news though as we look at our reflection in the mirror. It is closed.
They close at 6 p.m.
They close at 6 p.m. Best I can do from here is just peek through the window as the last guests who went in are purchasing their items. We're told we're not allowed to enter. None shall pass after 6 p.m. when they close. One day, I could return up here one of these days. Chester Cheetah's a man on the mission. He's got a snacking attitude. Chester Cheetah, he is a snacking dude. I think that was the commercial back in the day. Why do I remember that? I do like over there, I like the Kool-Aid man. He's busting through the wall. Oh yeah. That's pretty neat. I'm not a connoisseur of Funkos. I don't have a lot of Funkos. I have one or two, and that's it. But evidently, they're still really popular.
Yeah.
Are you surprised?
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised too. Every convention I go to, there's always a lot of Funkos.
Yeah, I like the hype of them. Like when I was on Hot Topic, they were all crazy.
Yeah.
So I was like, they're the precious moments for nerds, and I haven't been able to unsee that.
I have 3 or 4 of them. I have, how many do I have?
I have all the ones from Mean Girls and all the ones from Clueless and almost all the Harry Potter ones.
Oh, so you have more than I do.
And a lot of them from Doctor Who.
And Doctor Who. Okay, so you have a few. I have a Figment one. I'm looking back at the entrance. I have a Figment one, and I have a Teen Wolf one. I have a Scott Howard one, and I have one other one that I can't recall off the top of my head. So I have a few, but they're a deep rabbit hole. Some have hundreds of them.
Oh, look at, I have Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask also.
Okay, so you have me beat by a long shot.
Just a few.
You are a Funko collector.
No, not by any means, just very niche.
And I just thought of another one. I have a Madame Leota.
Oh,
I have a Madame Leota pop. So I have at least 3, maybe 4. It is bright out here. The sun's setting, but it's just kind of right there at that angle where it's like permeating my sunglasses. Bright. Oh, here's the rental. If you go 1 block off the boulevard onto Carlton Way, right here off Bronson, so turn onto Bronson off of Hollywood Boulevard and then turn here on Carlton Way, right behind the Phillips 76 gas station on Hollywood Boulevard across from Tommy Burger. I am now, since it's been a couple years since I lived here, going to reveal and unveil where I lived when I lived in Hollywood. No one ever knew. I never showed it, but I lived in this building right here. These apartments right here on the 2nd to top floor. Had a great roof view. I could see the Hollywood sign. I could see Griffith Observatory. I could see Paramount Pictures. I would pull right down in there and park my car. And I lived in that apartment complex right there for 2 years in Hollywood, from 2017 to 2019. There you have it. It is now almost 7:30 p.m. Made it over to Burbank to check out the all new, this is in the last few months, they have unveiled this Batman statue here. Batman. What's the name of this little complex here? There's the Burbank Center.
Burbank Center.
The Burbank Center.
Yeah.
Batman, who's standing probably about 8 or 9 feet tall. Batman in all his glory right here. This is so cool, right? Right outside of the AMC Theater, the Burbank Center. Batman. Very, very, a sturdy Batman, if ever there was one. Good to see you, Batman. Oh, we got a little feed the birds moment over here. Tuppence a bag. Feeding the birds. Right, here's another mural. Well, it's not a painting though, but it's an old photograph. That is so cool. So that's Groucho and...
Maryland.
Is that Maryland?
Yeah, young Maryland.
That's not Maryland.
Yeah, it is.
No. You sure? That's Marilyn Monroe?
Looks very, very much like it.
I'm gonna say it's not Marilyn. Did Groucho and Marilyn do a movie together?
It might have been a promotional shoot.
Maybe. I think, well, maybe you're right.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, look up Groucho and Marilyn photo. I know that's Groucho for sure.
We had a whole bunch of photos together.
It sure is.
In Love Happy 1949.
For some reason, I was thinking Rita Hayworth.
I mean, the hair and the angle, but Rita has like a different chin and nose.
Okay. Well, good eye on the Marilyn. Nice. And we witnessed a little Mary Poppins moment over here with the Feed the Birds. That was great. You know, I think this is a good spot to end the video. I think I'm going to go ahead and end it with all of these people staring at me. And I'll see you in the next video. Oh, I was walking by and pigeons. Ooh, pigeons everywhere. Oh, I just got something in my eye. Was that from the pigeon? Nonetheless. I'll see you in the next video, the vlog.
It's over.
I don't know what's wrong with me. Why am I extreme close-ups?
This one hurts. What? Pigeon?
Hey, what? What you say? Get out of here, pigeons. This lady does not like pigeons.
Not that.
Look at this meat mug.
Yeah.
Here. Look at her.
She's like,
I thought they were another sort of fowl. He's like, what the heck? I hate birds! I hate birds! You're terrifying this gentleman right up there.
Hitchcock would be proud.
You scared him. Okay, I'm losing my mind. I'm done.
What?
We just accepting it. She's like, yeah, I'm here for the calm.
You don't say. You don't say.
He looks like Flat Top from Detroit.
Oh, he does. This is great.
Maybe this is the most anyone's interacted with this wall.
Yeah. Everyone walking through here is looking at me like I've lost my mind. She's sending a text. She's not interested in the film. She's texting someone, checking social media at the same time.
He's like, I left my phone at home.
You left what?
This guy left my phone at home. I can't check it.
Wait a second. Where's my wife? She's supposed to be sitting next to me. The water sphere never stops for no one. The water sphere will always continue its business. The water sphere. Okay, this has gone on way too long.